Hey there, my name's Chase. I am a real estate agent in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And I have kind of gone through the process of, over the last 6 months, getting my license, finding a team, picking a brokerage, all that type of stuff. And I just wanted to do kind of like a recap of what I've learned in case that it helps someone that's like me, just starting out in real estate. Because honestly, it's just kind of really open-ended and no one really guides you. You take your test and all that stuff. But once you pass, there's no one there. So I kind of want to give some tips as if, I was talking to myself 6 months from now or 6 months earlier when I started all this. And, I'm going to, and this isn't about which class or whatever to take. This is more like once you pass your test, what do you do? So what I did when I first started was, you had to make a decision between joining a team or going solo. With solo, you get a higher split. On a team, you get a smaller split, but the idea is that they give you more leads, and so that kind of equals out. And then you also get the support. I originally did solo, so I did EXP, and as a solo agent, and I was cold calling people 4 hours a day, and trying to get listings. And that took a lot of effort, was really hard. And the thing is, maybe it's just EXP, but as a solo agent with an EXP, there's no support, absolutely zero support. No one tells you anything about anything. And that's just a perfect way to get sued. So let's say you sell a house, you're still learning, and you do something with a contract, or you didn't figure out some things that are important about the property that the buyers wanted to know, but you didn't know how to look up. You can get sued that way. And so I was kind of nervous. I was almost like, please, no one want me to sell their home because I don't want to mess this up for you. Well, I don't know if that makes sense, but I was pretty nervous. And so I decided to look into joining a team. And in hindsight, I should have started with that. But I kind of want to go over some things to look for when looking for a team. My first bit of advice: find a team. And not all teams are equal. So, what they're going to do is take a 50-50 split. Okay? And then some of them are going to give you a different split if you bring your own leads. So if they give you the lead, it's a 50-50. But if you find it your own through social media or whatever, or referral, some are going to ask for 50-50 with that too. That's bad. Just don't join that team. Some might give you a 70-30. That's okay. That's fair. Some might give you a 90-10. That's better. Obviously 100 is even better than that. But so if you're interviewing a team and they want 50-50 for both their leads and your leads, don't join it. There's plenty of others that will respect your time and give you higher percentage because they didn't do anything. So why should they get 50-50? And don't let them convince you some bull where they're like, oh, but we can deal with the transaction and it's super seamless. All teams have that. That's baseline. That's not a talking point. On that point, I interviewed with a team. So the only time, it only really makes sense to join a team if they're going to give you leads. Okay. A lot of teams will want the 50-50 split and they will not give you leads. That's ridiculous in my opinion. There are plenty of teams out there, maybe not plenty. So, okay, you're going to have to do some searching, in which we'll talk about later about how I'd recommend doing that. But you need to find a team, if they're giving you a 50-50 split, they need to be providing leads, okay? Not just mentorship, but leads as well. And that's only going to happen at the really top of the line places. And I'm assuming if you're watching videos about this, you're probably in the top because you care and you're doing extra research. So you need to be looking for the top 10% teams. And then you're going to have to go interview them, right? So again, I only interviewed 3 teams, and I should have been interviewing a lot more than that. And you should be interviewing people even while you're still doing your tests and classes and stuff. You should be doing this well in advance. Again, I'm learning. In hindsight, I should have been doing it, 6 months ago. I kind of did it, off the cuff. I did find an amazing team, perhaps by luck, but yeah. So then, kind of let me think about this real quick. So make sure they're giving you leads. Make sure they're giving you a higher split if you get your own referrals, and then of course make sure that you vibe with them. They're great people. That the interview, doesn't seem awkward or anything. Like, you have to have a good vibe because you're gonna be working closely with them, which kind of is like another thing that you're gonna want to look for is like a smaller team, in my opinion. My team is like 10 people. You're gonna get to know everyone. They're gonna know you. You're gonna be a part of the team. They're gonna help you out a ton. They're gonna teach you a ton. And it's going to be a really close-knit thing, and you're just going to learn a ton that way. So I'd be looking for around 10 people, a small boutique place, if possible. I'm not knocking bigger teams, but I'm just saying as a new agent, the bigger it is, the less attention you're going to get. So it's just simple as that. And then, so yeah, that's what I would do. I would interview a bunch of teams, look for smaller people, make sure the splits and leads are good. So how to find people to interview. There's no need to overcomplicate it. What you want to do is go to your city. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, but you obviously can do this wherever. Look up real estate, look up realty, and go through your city and just find teams that have close to 5 stars and over 30 ratings. You want to make sure that's over 30. It's like a statistical thing. 30 is like a cutoff-ish about how many ratings you need for it to be relevant. Like a 5-star rating with 1 rating, with 1 review, doesn't matter. But a 4.9 star with 500 reviews, that's good. That's really good. So what I do is go through them all and find them, right? So I'm going to click on their website on a new tab. This one, I'd go ahead and do it. So click on their website. I said 30, but it's close to 30. 5 stars and 208 reviews. That's amazing. Click on that. So again, we're looking for all these 5-star places. 4.7. Well, it's a good rating, but not compared to the tons of other 5 stars, right? Look at all these. And so you're going to be basically looking for 4.9 or 5-star places. And then you're going to go to their website. Let's see here. Contact us. Send them an email. Say, hey, I'm getting my license. I'd love to chat. And you're going to go and chat through them all. Like, the more you do, the better, right? Some things that you need to kind of stick to your guns on is like, yes, you're new, but you're smart. And you're going to pick up things really fast. Don't let them say, oh, you're new, so you're not going to get leads, or you're new, you're not going to get a high split, or stuff like that. Like, if they're talking to you like that, not a good fit. You want people that respect you as a person, recognize your potential, and are going to give you this stuff right away. And when you're interviewing these many people at the high tiers, you're going to get a feel for the people who are full of crap and people who are the real deal. And again, so you're going to contact all these people. You're going to go into their office, interview them. They're going to interview you, of course. And you're going to just figure out, you're going to compare, write down your notes, and compare them all. Okay? It's not rocket science, but at the same time, no one was telling me to do this. And I wish I did. But yeah, so those are kind of some bits of advice. Some other parts, like tactically, like once you get the job, you're going to be calling people like most of your day, 5 days a week. And then you're probably going to be doing showings and open houses. So you're going to be aiming for at least 50 calls per day, and text and email. Text and email should be higher than that. So 50 calls a day, 50 texts, 50 emails, and you're going to be just spamming people, calling them, asking, if they're looking for homes, stuff like that. You have to get good at cold calling. Just everyone sucks at it. I suck at it. You just got to do it. Just at the end of the line is money, right? So the more effort you put in, the more money you're going to get. That's why we joined this, profession. We want to make a lot of money. That's how you do it. Okay. So you're going to wow your team by how much effort if they have a leaderboard of activity, which mine does, and they track your calls and your text messages and your emails, you got to go for number one. I don't care if other people have good leads and are already working them and have relationships. You need to go beyond what they give you and go ask for more and go find more until you are number one in that agency. Because what that's going to do is going to confirm that they hired the right person, and they're going to start giving you leads, like really good leads that come through their door and are not like cold, like they're ready to buy. So you need to prove yourself in that sense, and you need to be number one. And it's going to be a grind. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I don't know. This is advice I give to myself 6 months ago. And if you have any other questions, or if any other questions, feel free to comment. You can also find my Instagram. You can DM me there. It should be on my profile. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, and good luck. I hopefully will see you on the leaderboard. Oh, one last tidbit. You can use websites like this, realtrends.com, to find the top agents and reverse engineer like their website and go interview these people too. So this is like more than just a good rating in Google Maps. This is hard numbers, top agents by volume in your area. And you can go by agents, small teams, medium teams, large teams. So yeah, that's like proven data that that they're good. So anyways, hopefully that's helpful. I'll link this in the description. And again, feel free to reach out, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.